Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another top 10 video right here on TetraBitGaming. So it's been quite a while since I made my last top 10 weakest Mario enemy list, and since then many of you have been asking where the opposite list is. So we know that there exist some enemies in the Super Mario universe that are really bad at their job. However, there are also several worthy adversaries that Mario has to go up against that actually put up a decent fight. So in this video, with the help of a certain outdoor grilling appliance, I will be listing my choices for the top 10 best enemies in the Mario universe. And by best, I am referring to the enemy's ability to do its job of stopping Mario, and not its design or legacy or anything like that.
Hey, what's up guys? Since there are hundreds of different enemies, we will only be choosing enemies from main series Mario games. This means no enemies exclusive to Mario Party, Mario Kart, RPG and spin-offs, Donkey Kong games, comics and movies.
Listen.
And also for this list, no bosses will be included as well.
And really quickly before we begin, if you guys do enjoy this video and want to see more top 10s like it in the future, don't forget to slap a like down below. It seriously helps me out a lot. And with all of that out of the way,
hey, I'm Nico.
And I'm TetraBitGaming, and here we go with the top 10 best enemies in Mario games. Kicking off this list is an enemy that has caused me to rage quit quite a few times when I was young. The Chuckia's main goal by design is to frustrate you. They do this by picking you up and then throwing you in a random direction. Now that might not seem all too bad at first, but the thing is that Chuckias are typically seen in high up areas or areas where falling off the edge will result in a death. I'm sure if I totaled all of the extra time I had to put into this game from falling due to Chuckias, it would be a lot more than most other enemies. Another thing that never really clicked in my head is that Chuckias are really a subspecies of Bob-ombs. And although I think they're good enemies, I have to admit their design is pretty lame. I mean, they basically just slap together 4 orbs and some polygons. At least in the DS remake of the game, they get some boxing gloves. And up at the number 9 spot is everyone's favorite flying Koopas, the Lakitus. Oh my god, it's pronounced Lakitu? Well, actually, I think it's kind of a mix of both. Lakitu! However you want to pronounce it, this guy's made his debut in the original Super Mario Bros. For the NES, and has since then appeared in numerous other games. Lakitus are most well known to be flying above Mario in their clouds and dropping spiny eggs. And I especially will always remember how frustrated and annoyed I would always get when I was younger with Lakitu in World 4-1 in Super Mario Bros. And if you thought that was annoying, Lakitu's difficulty has since ramped up with the release of Super Mario Maker, in which they can now throw pretty much anything from giant wigglers to Koopas. Oh, and enemy spam. Gotta love enemy spam. When not throwing things at Mario, Lakitu can also be seen racing carts, saving people from gruesome death, or being one of the worst cameramen in a video game. If you've seen any of my Super Mario 64 live streams, you know how much I hate that game's camera. So if it was Lakitu's job to impede my progress in Super Mario 64, then he is sure doing a stand-up job. Kuromames are another enemy from Super Mario 64 that have always caused me trouble and still do to this day when I play the game. Like I mentioned in my video about the hidden underwater town in Wet Dry World, the name Kuromame literally translates from Japanese to black bean, and as the name implies, these guys are little black orbs that can be found hovering above the ground. The Kuromames remain dormant until Mario gets near them, and then they expand and shoot a homing fireball at him. As simple as it is, I always found their design to be pretty unsettling. And just like the Chuckias, the Kuromames are often found near edges that you can fall off, and since getting hit by the fireball causes Mario to run around erratically, they can also lead to some pretty unfavorable deaths to say the least. And as if they weren't creepy enough already, in the Super Mario 64 remake they are also given a face much like the fire Chomps in previous games, making them all the more formidable.
Next up is the giant Cheep Cheep himself, Boss Bass. Although seen in numerous Mario games, the most notable Boss Bass appearance is in Super Mario Bros. 3. Cheep Cheeps are annoying already, but Boss Bass is on another level. He swims really fast on the surface of the water and is apparently really hungry as he tries to eat Mario with his single tooth for basically the entire level. Both time he appears, the water level rise and fall, so you have to be really careful constantly. especially when you end up underwater, where your movement speed is reduced. To make matters even worse, Boss Bass will always kill you in one gulp, regardless if you have a power-up or not. Even if you manage to kill him with a fireball or something, he will respawn not long after. The other notable appearance of Boss Bass is in Super Mario 64 and its remake. Here, similarly to their Super Mario Bros. 3 counterparts, they will kill Mario in a single gulp regardless of his power meter. Still not convinced that Boss Bass is a tough guy? Well, apparently despite being the same species, Boss Bass is a cannibal and also eats other Cheep Cheeps. That's definitely one bad dude you don't want to mess with.
My dislike for water levels started at a very young age, from areas like the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time and most 2D Mario underwater levels. In Mario games, it was always the reduction in movement speed and unpredictability of enemies such as the Bloopers. Appropriately named after the fictitious Rip Van Winkle who slept for 20 years, Rip Van Fishes are always first seen snoozing underwater until woken up by Mario. Once awake though, they will start to chase Mario rather quickly until he manages to swim far enough away. One-on-one, these guys aren't too bad, but things get pretty stressful when you awake a whole school of them. I can't say I blame them though, I'd be pretty upset too if some strange Italian plumber guy woke me up for no reason.
Sure, fish and turtles and mushroom things are cool enemies and all, but at one point, even the center of our solar system had some beef with Mario. That's right, the sun itself is seen twice in Super Mario Bros. 3, swooping down and trying to kill Mario. Similar to Boss Bass and Lakitu, the angry sun will stay with you for the duration of the level. Although not too difficult to dodge the sun's attack, he's more of a big annoyance than anything. Mario must have done something really bad to anger the sun. What's weird is that the sun can be quite easily destroyed with a single Koopa shell. Global warming solved? No? Okay.
Another enemy that always ends up killing me are the Chain Chomps. These guys appear in so many games, from 2D Mario games to Mario Party games, and they even make an appearance in the Legend of Zelda series. Usually seen chained up to a post, these tooth-filled cannonball-esque enemies unpredictably lunge around in an attempt to bite Mario. Their unpredictability always seems to catch me off guard and kill me. And again, if you've ever seen me stream Super Mario 64, you already know how much of a hard time I have trying to defeat the Chain Chomp in Bob-omb Battlefield. However, for some reason the Chain Chomp variant I find to be the most challenging are the swinging Chain Chomps seen in Super Mario Maker. Usually placed in groups, in most levels that I have played with them, the end result is always a rage quit.
What do you get when you cross a Kurumame, a Chain Chomp, and fire? Well, one of the scariest looking enemies in Mario games, the Flame Chomps, first appearing in Super Mario Bros. 3. Unlike the Chain Chomps, the Flame Chomps are not tied up to anything and they're free to float around and harass Mario. These guys fly around pretty fast, and once they get close enough, they will spit out some fire towards you. Thankfully, they only have about 4 shots, and if they run out, they will self-destruct. Fortunately, they only appear in a handful of 2D Mario levels, so you won't have to face them too often. Seriously, such a creepy face.
By now you might be seeing a pattern with this list. Most enemies that I find to be good enemies are ones that are underwater or the ones that follow you around. And following this trend are the Phantos from Super Mario Bros. 2. If you've played this game before, you already know why these guys are up here at number 2. These creepy floating masks are usually seen guarding their treasure, and it's usually a key. Now to call these guys protective would be a hard understatement. When you first see them, you will notice that they don't move at all and just sit there watching you with their evil grin. But as soon as you steal anything from them, they awaken and will begin to chase you down, and they will stop at nothing until they get their treasure back. Think you can escape by leaving that one room? Nope. The Phantos will chase you wherever you go unless you drop their key or use it to open a door. To this day, these guys stress me out a lot and make me think twice before stealing someone's keys. Alright, and before we get to the number 1 pick on this list, here are a few honorable mentions that didn't quite make it to this list for one reason or another. And finally at the number 1 spot, the enemies that I hate the most by far, the enemies that for sure killed me more times in Mario games than probably every enemy combined, none other than the Hammer Brothers themselves. These guys are a serious pain in the ass, especially in the original Super Mario Bros. If you don't have a Fire Flower against these guys, good luck. The only other way to kill them is to jump on their head or hit a block beneath them, which is easier said than done when they throw a steady, almost random stream of hammers unpredictably and they jump around while doing so. You have to rely on precise reflexes, insanely good timing, and even a dash of luck. Arlo actually made a really good in-depth video about why these guys are so tough, and I highly recommend you check it out. And sometimes when one Hammer Brother isn't enough, you might face 2, 3, or even more. Or even more than that. I swear, Mr. Morita here was told to design the most frustrating and annoying enemy possible, and you know what? That's exactly what he did. And there you have it guys, my list of the top 10 best enemies in Mario games. Did you agree with my list? What enemies do you think are the best in Mario games? Let me know down in the comments section below. And let me know what other future top 10s you would like to see on this channel. And if you guys want to see more awesome Nintendo themed videos and other top 10s, be sure to check out NicoBBQ, who I will have linked in the description below. And if you want to stay even more up to date with me and this channel, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram as well. Links to all of those will be in the description below. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Oh well. As always guys, thank you all so much for watching today and for all of your amazing support, and I will see you in a bit.
Hello? Anyone still here? Because I know I am. Anyone? Hello? Okay, bye, I guess. Oh.